Hey everybody, good morning. Today we're taking a look at, pardon me, Job 30. And if you remember yesterday, we started, Job was reminiscing. Job was remembering about how things were in the olden days. And he talks about his righteousness, being clothed in his righteousness and stuff like that. And then here we are today. Today's a different story. This chapter is a different story. As Job was reminiscing, he starts with chapter 30 here with the word but. It says, but now they mock me, men younger than I. He says, listen, today isn't like how yesterday was. This is how I am today. He says in verse number 9, he says, now I am their taunting song, which means, they're making up songs. These people are making up songs about him, about he has a condition with his skin, he has a condition with sores, boils, and stuff like that, and the people are they're not being very nice and very friendly to him. He says in verse 20, he says, I cry out to you, to God. He says, I cry out to you, but you do not answer me. He finishes off, it says in 30 and 31, says, my skin grows black and it falls from me. My bones burn with fever. My harp is turned into mourning, and my flute is the voice of those who weep. And I want to point out in verse 11 that he says, because he, meaning God, has loosened my bowstring, which means Job has no way to fight back, is what this is saying. And I'm looking at this going and thinking, and here we are from the outside. And what advice would I give to Job in this situation? Here he is. He definitely seems like he's a bit down. And what advice would I give to him in this situation? And Lord, what would you have me tell somebody in this situation? And I just keep hearing the Lord say, hold on. Just hold on. So I believe that somebody out there needs to hear, hold on. Just hold on. Remember, God is in control. He hasn't given up control. He hasn't, not at all. Remember, he is the one who has allowed the enemy to come at Job like this. And he restricted him. The enemy can only do what God has allowed. So there is a purpose and there is a reason for what is going on in your life, for how the enemy is attacking you. Okay, if you're living a righteous life and you're not intentionally living a sinful lifestyle, and it just seems like all hell is coming at you, hold on. God is saying, just hold on. I'll be there. And, we know the whole story of Job, and I have read it to the end, and I know that God comes back into the picture and takes care of Job. He'll do it for us too. We're no different. He loves all of his children uniquely. We each have a calling and a purpose. And sometimes pain and suffering helps us grow into that. And I know that if you're going through something that's not much of a consolation, but I promise you, hold on. Just hold on. Because God hasn't left you. He hasn't forsaken you. Continue to stand in his righteousness. I love you all. Have a super, super day.